They restructured that contract again.
Texas, no weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle, now Allen down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
The game live.
A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards.
I'm live on YouTube.
First carry of the game, how about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Mike Evans. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Sidney Brown in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
11, Thomas.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Mahomes now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Stop. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
Nigga, you ain't never had Will Anderson.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Out left and complete to Thornton. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down.
11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT. 11 MT.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs,
Yeah, Watson fucked some shit up.
back in excellent field position. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And it's straight. It's Pacheco. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.
now. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11. Hey, 10, 10.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you're closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they'll lead to 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. This is caught by Evans. And in for the Chiefs
I don't know why you be putting them niggas in cover.
With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out for the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Here we go.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception.
Yeah, you ain't got time to do no play action against me, man.
3rd and 9 here. Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught by Fountain. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 23 yards the pickup there.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer here. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes going to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is caught by Evans. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Yellow, yellow.
Second down and 3.
Yellow, yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
11.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this 35-0 now. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys.
Nah, this is the real you, nigga.
They trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down at the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fowler. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fowler. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to at least get one score back. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
11. Hey, we got to go score.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Calvin Austin. 81 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On 2.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
11, Thomas. Stop.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
11 MT tape. 11 MT.
Now Burrow on first down. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was crazy the way it bounced.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow, airing it deep for Fowler. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll get him down here at the 23. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. In motion right, that's Metcalf. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Pacheco once again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' first down. A give right side for Pacheco. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting.
And this is going to be intercepted.
I pressed the wrong fucking button.
Take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
That's where I was trying to go.
Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete.
These dumbass niggas ran into each other.
And inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
11.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Thornton. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Christian Gonzalez up to make the play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second down, here's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception.
Nigga, I ain't did nothing.
Picks it off, and the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Just take your ass looking like I take my ass looking.
Set to begin this drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on.
Nigga, no, he wasn't.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Yeah, I don't drop back like that no more. I step up.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly the signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights. This list of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Yeah.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just...
Nah, I've been waiting to play you. Nah, it's gonna be like this from now on. Cause I let you get too much confidence.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
What week y'all play? The hell, buddy?
We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Mm-mm. Where this nigga buddy at?
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Man, this nigga don't finish this 1 second.
Starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go, here we go.
A final shot now for Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.